سعيدين جدا بحجم الإقبال والحضور وخاصة من شركات محلية. هذا دليل على ثقة المستثمر المحلي في الاستثمار في نينوى.
باعتقادي أنه هذا المؤتمر سيكون هو حجر الزاوية اللي سيبنى عليها الاستثمار في قادم من الأيام في نينوى.
حقيقة احنا توقعاتنا مجرد إقامة المنتدى في هذا الظرف هو نجاح.
A great honor to be able to welcome all of you to this very exciting event. What I'd like to do is share with all of you and read a letter that we received overnight from Vice President Pence. It says, "Dear forum participants, it is my honor on behalf of President Donald Trump and the American people to welcome you and thank you for participating in the Nineveh Investment Forum. You are playing a key role in the important efforts to expand business and investment relationships between the United States and Iraq. I have no doubt the Nineveh Investment Forum will help create stable jobs for Iraqis."
The Kurdistan region is ready and able to play a key role in the process of rebuilding Nineveh. We will be proud to contribute to the stability, reconstruction, and development of Nineveh.
XM recently signed a memorandum of understanding with Iraq's Ministry of Finance that is worth $5 billion. When Chairman Reid signed the MOU, she said, "This signals to the marketplace that U.S. companies and their workers want to be a part of the reconstruction of Iraq."
نينوى اليوم تلملم جراحها لكنها تواجه تحديات كبيرة جدا، ولذلك تحتاج إلى أن يكون للاستثمار دور كبير في هذه المحافظة.
يسرني أن أشكر مشروع إكبا تكامل الممول من الوكالة الأمريكية للتنمية الدولية. سيتم عرض مشاريع محددة لكل قطاع خلال منتدى نينوى للاستثمار.
Nainawa is back and Nainawa is open for businesses.
What our purpose is, it's not only business, it's keeping the people living in that area not to move somewhere else, but we might bring the people who are left to come back again.
تمتلك محافظة نينوى مناخاً استثمارياً مناسباً وتمتلك من الموارد ما لا تمتلكه دول. هناك رؤية لدى الحكومة المحلية الجديدة بتفعيل مسار جلب الاستثمارات الأجنبية إلى محافظة نينوى.
فندعو الإخوان المستثمرين التقدم إلى الاستثمار خاصة في سهل نينوى لأنها منطقة جاهزة للاستثمار.
Hopeful Hands has been is a sewing project that first started off as just to teach ladies how to learn the basic needs of sewing. That way that they can either work from home or they can find a job at any sewing factory. Since we started November 2017, just a little over 2 years ago, we have hired a little over 50 ladies. These ladies come and work 4 hours a day. They're able to leave work at 1 p.m., go home, have lunch ready for their children when they come back from school, and be there for their families. So it is a working opportunity, an opportunity for them to generate income, as well as be the mother who is providing and able to help her family. A little bit about the women who work for Hopeful Hands. They are mostly Syrian refugees, Iraqi displaced. And to be able to work with them is a little bit going back to my background because I was a refugee myself. We would love to expand in order for us to partner with bigger ones, which are, let's say, Team Mart or Holland or Carrefour. We're going to open our first storefront, so you are all welcome to come and attend and join us and buy handmade souvenirs, and is also supporting these refugee women, these IDP women. And all the sales goes back to the ladies.
Lazoo was the first startup to be accepted in one of the world's leading accelerators, known as Y Combinator, the same accelerator who funded Airbnb, DoorDash, of those who are in the US are quite familiar with. There's a huge market opportunity in Iraq. Iraq has a large market. It has a virgin market. The competitive landscape is not crowded at all. And Iraq has a huge potential to be helping and supplying, not just within Iraq, but as well as its neighboring countries.
What Growfin does, and what it does best, is really to help these entrepreneurs. And from that point of view, and we see eye to eye with USAID and the US government as well, is to really uplift these people, to make them sustainable, to make them grow.
The US government is really put resources behind this, is here to help and drive prosperity. You also have, to Zab's point, an emerging middle-class consumer that you do not have in many other frontier markets.
The actual investment, the actual commercial activity being driven by the private sector will really overhaul the economy and create a much more dynamic situation here in Iraq.
دخول الاستثمار على الخط راح يعطينا فرصة واسعة للبدء بالتصنيع والتجهيز السوق المحلية والسوق دول الجوار أيضا بإذن الله.
Of course, we have to think about expanding to Iraq, and we are lucky to have Mosul very close to us because Mosul is a very big city and it's very inspiring for us.
سهل نينوى طبعا غني بغنى نينوى أيضا في الكثير من الموارد وقطاعات كثيرة بالإمكان الاستثمار بها.
كان عندي أصلا مواعيد مع شركات مستثمرين لبنانيين بريطانيين، بنك فرنسي، التقيت مع رئيس رابطة المصارف العراقية.
USAID أنا أشكره وأشكر القائمين وأشكر الراعين وأشكر كل من فكر في جلب USAID إلى الموصل.
One hand cannot clap. This cannot be done by just Iraqis here. Iraqis abroad have a responsibility and a duty to get back. So again, I go back to my words of saying one hand cannot clap. We need to. So strength on the outside, capacity on the inside, the help of the US administration, many great things will happen.
Over 38 meetings were scheduled between the 20 small and medium businesses that were targeted and identified, and I'm very pleased to announce that a number of investors have entered into the next stages of investment, signing non-disclosure agreements and other statements of interest. I'd like to emphasize that this investment forum should be seen as yet another step in USAID's long-term commitment to Nineveh province and to the country of Iraq as a whole.